What's up, YouTube? This is FourthStarTCG, and if you're familiar with the channel, you know what these brown boxes in the background means. We have PSA returns round number 9 to show off for you guys today. These, I have looked at the grades. I know some people, they do not look at their grades. They want to be surprised when they open up the cards. I think that would be amazing to do that one time, but to be honest, I don't think I could. I don't think I could hold myself to doing something like that. But oh boy, this is amazing. These returns are flipping fantastic. I don't think they're in order. I don't believe they are. Let me just check real quick. Okay, looks like. Okay, yeah, they are in order. They're just backwards. Okay, all right. So. Here's the first stack of PSA graded goodness. We are going to waste no time and get into these cards. Your grades are just so amazing. I'll just take that out of the background so we can adjust the camera a little bit and show off what I have. This return is just amazing. So let's get started with the first card. I believe all of mine are Japanese. Didn't send off any English this round as... I just thought that it would, the English cards that I had wouldn't be like, they weren't guaranteed 10s, and I didn't really want to send them off if they weren't, as this submission cost a ton of money for me. But without any further ado, let's get into the first card. There we go. We have a Gem Mint 10 Crystal Ho-Oh from Split Earth. This card is so beautiful. I love it. Super happy that it came back with the Gem Mint 10 grade. This is just the beautiful, beautiful card. I don't know if I can catch the sparkle there on it, but the Japanese crystal cards have a different holo effect than the English ones, and yeah, maybe you can catch it a little bit there. But yeah, like the entire card is holo, so it's beautiful. Definitely deserving of a spot in the background. The first couple cards here are really, really nice. Super happy about these. This is probably, I'd say, the most valuable card in the submission right here. We have a Gem Mint 10 First Edition Latios Gold Star from Clash of the Blue Sky. In case you are doubting, there in the corner is the First Edition stamp. These cards are fairly common in Unlimited Edition, but in First Edition they are so much harder to come by and so much harder to find in mint condition. So getting this card in this Gem Mint 10 grade, absolutely amazing for my collection. I've heard figures for this card go $800 to $1,000. These do have the new PSA, as you could see, with the cert number and barcode on the back as well. I think that's pretty interesting to see that. I don't like that PSA keeps changing the case, but I mean, there's nothing really that I can do about it. Yeah, next up, this one moves around in its case a little bit. Pretty disappointed with this. We have a Rayquaza Gold Star, again from Clash of the Blue Sky. It's graded a Mint 9. This is the Unlimited Edition, not the First Edition version. I want to say like there's 65 or 67 Gem Mint 10s and 5 9s. So I'm kind of wondering why this card hasn't been awarded the 10 grade. I'll take a look at it. I mean, the centering is maybe the slightest bit off top to bottom, but other than that, I really can't see anything wrong with this card. Definitely a candidate for a regrade, as the back is just flawless here. Yeah. So, not going to put that one in the background. It is amazing, a fantastic card to have in the collection, but with everything coming up, there's going to be a lot that's going in the background. Next up, still continuing with the gold stars, we have this absolute beauty. I want to like maybe bring it back a little or bring it in or something, just so that we can get a look at Charizard Gold Star from Dragon Frontiers. First Edition Gem Mint, or not, what am I talking about? So used to saying Gem Mint 10, near mint to mint 8. This card it's very, very hard to find in good condition. I was expecting a much lower grade on this card. I was expecting like a I want to say like a 6 or a 7. But yeah, this card just looks amazing. As I notice a little something, it might be on the case. Hoping that's not an impression in the card or something. Well, I will take a look at that once the video is over. But absolutely beautiful, and super happy to have that card in my collection. A near mint to mint 8 on a first edition Charizard Gold Star, that's perfectly fine for me. I'm very happy with that, and because the 10s and the 9s, they're so expensive. And I actually traded for that card at a Pokemon Worlds. Next up, another amazing couple cards. We have a mint 9 no Rarity Ninetales. I really was hoping for this card to score a 10. Now that I look at it, I see maybe there's a tiny scratch, but that might be on the case. Yeah, I don't know if that's on the case or on the card. But this card is basically, there's flawless, maybe the back centering. But other than that, I mean, I can really see nothing wrong with this card. It's just very well centered. And no rarity cards are so hard to get. So that Ninetales, even in a 9, is probably worth $150 to $200. Next up, another one of the dime pieces from this submission. Got a mint 9 no Rarity Blastoise. Hopefully we can pick that up on the camera there, but that's just a beautiful card. Base set Blastoise, fantastic artwork. If you are doubting, look in the corner there, no rarity symbol. I already have a couple people interested in this card. And yeah, it's the only thing wrong with it. I think that was a little like off in the case here. Oh, that fixed it. Alright, the only thing that's wrong with this is like the tiniest of nicks. I don't even think I can pick it up on the camera. You might be able to see it there, but it's the tiniest of nicks. So I was expecting a 9 on this card. Definitely expecting that. Was hoping for a 10 on the Ninetales, but I mean, yeah. Expecting a 9 on the Blastoise, so that's nice to get. If you are interested in that card, be sure to let me know. I'm trying to sell it and sell it quickly, but I am looking for the best price. Starting to, like, I was told I should look for $500 for it, so I think $450. $450. If you can get me $450 in cash right away, or not cash, but like $450 through PayPal, then it's yours. Now we got some beautiful, beautiful full arts here. Check that out. The full art Rayquaza EX from Dragon Blade. The black and white full art Rayquaza. This is getting harder and harder to find in mint condition. Just as the years pass by. As this is from 2012, it's now approaching 2016. You're looking at 4 years old in this card. Definitely not as old as stuff like the no rarities back from 1996, about 20 years ago, and the gold stars / crystals. But still those black and white full arts are definitely getting harder to find, and they might start shooting up in value. More full arts here. We got a Gem Mint Lysander's Trump card, or Lysander's T. But that's very cool. Super happy to have this card, as it now means that I have both the English and Japanese versions of that card in PSA 10. Continuing on, we got the Gem Mint 10 Skyla Promo. A must for any male Pokemon card collector there, as I'll leave that to your imaginations, everyone. Yeah, the next couple cards, there's really just not much to talk about for them, I believe. So we'll just go through them pretty quickly. Gem Mint 10 Mega Glalie EX from Blue Shock. Very awesome. Continuing my PSA 10 Mega Full Art EX collection. Got a Gem Mint 10 on the Mega Houndoom EX that I pulled myself, so that's awesome to have right there. This is something I'm disappointed on. Mint 9 on the Mewtwo EX, the full art version. Again, I'll take a look at this. I don't know why it came back a 9. Centering looks great. Everything looks perfect with this card. Yeah, I don't really know. And what also stinks is that the Red Flash version that I pulled myself also came back as a Mint 9. So not really sure what's going on with those. Kind of sad that they came back like that. As those cards, they're not hard to find, but it kind of sucks when they come back as a 9, as you can't sell them for much and you've kind of just wasted your money. And you expect cards you pull yourself to get high grades. But the secret print versions of these of the Mewtwo's both did score 10s. Gonna spoil the next pull right there, or the next grade. But yep, both of these, the secret rares, did score 10s. I'm not a big fan of the secret rares. If you would like to trade, I would like to offload both secret rares in a trade for both full art Mewtwo's in PSA 10. If you're interested in that trade, hit me up. Oh, and now we're into the old school EXs. So I think I will clear out the background, as you guys did see that Gardevoir, as this is a massively large return. So I'm going to clear out the background real quick. I'll throw all these cards over here. As I want to be careful and avoid scratching the cases. Alright, so old school EXs, we have Gardevoir EX in first edition, Gem Mint 10. This is my favorite part of the submission. Excuse me, these cards came back very, very nice for me. Yeah. So now into the Team Rocket cards. I sent in a complete set of Team Rocket Returns EXs minus Mewtwo, but I already have that in a PSA 10. There's that beautiful Dark Dragonite. I got that in a Mint 9 my first time around. Actually got another one as an extra with the purchase of the Gardevoir EX, a couple of other cards, and one more card that you'll see later in this video. Mint 9 on the Rocket Zapdos EX. Maybe centering played a part in this. I'm not exactly sure why this card scored a 9. Almost all of the Japanese EX cards I looked over very closely before sending to make sure that they were Gem Mint, so it's unlikely that I missed something, as those might be candidates for regrades, but then again, I am not a professional grader, so it's definitely possible that I might have missed something the first time around, and I'll notice it when I take a look at these cards again. Got the Gem Mint 10 Rockets Entei EX in first edition. All the cards that I sent off in this for the Team Rocket EXs are first edition. As we will crack into the next box here. I like to make my PSA return videos one part. So even though there's quite a bit of cards here, it will only be one part. Package that box back up and throw it down and get right into it. Next one, we got Rocket Scizor EX Gem Mint 10. I do have these, the Entei and the Scizor in Unlimited Edition in PSA 10. So I might be open to selling either my first edition or unlimited copies of those for the right price, of course. Mint 9 Rocket Scyther EX, pretty sad about this one. As if I was going to get 9s on anything, I wanted it to be on the cards that I already had in PSA 10, which would be Entei, Scizor, Mewtwo, I didn't send the Mewtwo, and Snorlax, I believe. But we also have a Gem Mint 10 on the Rocket Sneasel EX. Beautiful, beautiful card right there. As that's just another one to knock off the list. I believe I'm missing 2 now, the Scyther and the Zapdos in PSA 10. Sort of a spoiler for everything else. But here's the Snorlax, which did score a 9. But, I mean, Snorlax as compared to some of the other Pokemon that are in this set. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, there's like some sort of plastic something embedded in the case. Oh, that's a little weird. I'll show it to you guys. don't know if you can see it, but right there. Whoops. That's the, it's not a scratch on the card or the case. Yeah, that's like embedded in there. That's weird. Oh well. Next up, take a look at that. Gem Mint 10 Rocket Suicune EX. What a beautiful card. Super happy to get this, as my unlimited version scored a 9. Don't tell me there's... Looks like there's someone's hair in here. Yeah, I doubt that'll show up on camera, but yeah, there's like someone's hair inside this case. Slightly weird, but it's not too obvious. Next up, I believe this is the final Rockets EX card. We got Rockets Hitmonchan EX in Gem Mint 10. So 5 out of 8 on the Gem Mint 10s from Rocket Gang Strikes Back. That's fantastic. Continuing on here, we got a Mint 9 Moltres EX from Flight of Legends. Kind of sad about this card. Again, I don't know why it scored a 9. Centering looks very nice. There's nothing on the back. This card is flawless. I was expecting a 10 on this, and these cards are so hard to get in mint condition to come by anyway. So yeah, not exactly sure why that scored a 9. Definitely another candidate for a regrade. But this card will not need to be regraded, as it is the Gem Mint 10 Zapdos EX from Flight of Legends. Again, just a beautiful, beautiful card, and this is so hard to get. I believe this is a pop 3 or 4 now. I have the Articuno and the Zapdos now. I just need the Moltres. I sent in the Zapdos and Moltres with this submission. As you can tell, no Articuno, as I already had that in a 10. You go front and center right there. Continuing on, Gem Mint 10 Mr. Mime EX from Flight of Legends. Not exactly an amazing card, but it is first edition, and it adds to the set if I ever wanted to complete it. That's something nice right there. Mint 9 on the Clefable EX. I didn't look over some of like the less great EXs that closely, so it's definitely possible that I missed something, and I will take a look at these cards off camera once I finish this video. See if I want to regrade any. Into the Clash of the Blue Sky EXs, Mint 9 on the Salamence EX. This is something that I was expecting. I know there's something wrong with this card, and I threw it in as a last second submission just to say, like, you know what the hell. We'll see if it scores a 10. So an expected grade on that Salamence. Next up, we got Deoxys EX. I'm probably going to have to send this in to get relabeled, as it says just Deoxys Holo, as it's Deoxys EX Holo, as it should be. Unlimited edition, but still another Gem Mint 10 Japanese EX card. These are, like, I don't know how hard I can stress that it's, like, virtually impossible to find Gem Mint Japanese EXs. They are incredibly hard to score. Populations on these cards, you're looking at, like, it's not uncommon to see, like, pop 3, pop 4, even pop 1 on some of the harder to find ones. There are a couple, like, EX Dragon Frontiers. There are only 2 10s on EXs from those sets, and I own both of them. I believe. I haven't, like, done a thorough check of the pop report, but I keep up on most of the Pokemon news, and I feel like I would have known if someone scored a 10 on one of those cards. 9 on the Deoxys Defense. Not exactly sure why. Again, possibly another candidate for a regrade. Does kind of stink, as I bought the Rayquaza EX Deoxys EX, or the Rayquaza Gold Star Deoxys EX. This Defense Form Deoxys and the Salamence in a complete set of Clash of the Blue Sky, and all the cards from that set graded 9. I spent a lot of money on it. Kind of stinks. Here we go with this card. Ooh, baby. Take a look at that. one of my favorite cards of all time from the EX series. Lugia EX from Golden Sky, Silver Ocean. That's just amazing. Gem Mint 10. Super happy. I've been looking for that card for a long time. It never comes up for sale, as nobody wants to sell it. Just a beautiful card. Another bit of a disappointment, Mint 9 on the Ho EX, so I can't complete the trio. This one was first edition. Again, not sure why this graded how it graded. Centering might have played a role, but yeah, again, the backs on these cards are flawless. I checked the backs so carefully. So this is definitely a candidate for a regrade. We'll see how that comes back. I believe we're ending the coming near the end of my cards here, but not without a couple more PSA 10s. Here's Blissey EX, first edition from Golden Sky, Silver Ocean. So amazing to have this card. I don't know if you guys follow the PSA submission videos, but I did talk a bit about that card back in those submission videos. So yeah, it's a very nostalgic card for me. Next up, Mint 9 Politoed EX. I think centering played a role in this. The top border is pretty off now that I look at it compared to the bottom border. So this probably won't be a regrade. Can understand a Mint 9 on that card. Last card of mine, one that probably is the biggest disappointment for me in this round. Mint 9 on the Rayquaza EX, first edition from Dragon Frontiers. Pretty sad about this, as it was the best centered copy that I had seen. It looked really nice. Saying that it's the best centered copy, I mean, it's still a little bit off center, so I can kind of understand a 9 on this, but it's just sad to see it, as I was really hoping for a 10. As yeah, again, back is flawless, nothing wrong with it, so centering really the only thing that could have played an issue for this card. Next up, I have two users that sent with me for this round. My friends Marie and Scott, friends from a Pokemon card forum that I am on, as I needed to have 50 cards for the submission, and I did not have 50 cards, so I put out the call to them. So I can just dig these out here. Put out the call to them and said, hey, do you guys have any cards you can send? I gave them a pretty good price, and they obliged and sent me some cards so that I could grade for them. Just a quick reminder, guys, I do not run a grading service. If you want someone to grade your cards, look somewhere else. I do this only as a service to people who I know very well, and I ask when I need cards graded. People don't come to me and ask for me to grade their cards. As that's, yeah, I don't do a grading service, don't ask me about it. Yeah. So here are Marie's cards. She scored a near mint to mint 8 on this Blanks Rayquaza. Kind of interesting. I was expecting a higher grade on this, but I didn't look over her cards too carefully. As she said that it had been in her collection for a while, so she can understand a lower grade. They're so hard to score in PSA 10 because any scratches are immediately apparent. You can see them very easily. Another Gem Mint 10 on the Mega Battle, the Charizard Mega Battle Protection Cube. This is another reverse holo. Sorry about the glare. Just trying to show off that reverse, but very nice. And the final grade for her, again, she sent all Japanese cards as well. Mint 9 Pikachu EX from Legendary Shine Collection. I was hoping for a 10 for her on this card, but as we've seen through this submission and through many other submissions, occasionally PSA just throws out a Mint 9 on a Japanese EX card that's pack fresh and should be Gem Mint 10 for, like, I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, sometimes that happens. I don't know if they catch something we don't, or if they just throw out a Mint 9, or yeah, I'm not going to peddle any PSA conspiracy theories here. Here are Scott's cards. He did send off some old school English, so if that's what you're into, you can get your fix right here. Sent off a Mint 9 Giovanni's Nidoking from Gym Challenge, or sent off a first edition Giovanni's Nidoking, and it scored a Mint 9. Next up, another beautiful Gym Challenge holo, Giovanni's Persian. Scored a Mint 9 as well. Was really hoping for some 10s for him on these cards, but unfortunately, a lot of his Gym Challenge cards came back as 9s. First edition Koga's Ditto, another great card. Old school is not my forte. Old school English, really. I grade the EX series and new full arts and such, so I'm not overly knowledgeable about like how hard it is to grade those old school English cards. Yeah, I can tell you though that a Mint 9 on a Masaki, any Masaki promo is a very respectable grade. So congratulations to him on this Mint 9. I don't think he was expecting a 10, as there is a small nick and some small edge wear on this card, but a Mint 9, a very respectable grade, as you can sell this for a good amount of money. So congrats to him on that one. He also sent off a no rarity card. His scored a near mint to mint 8. You can see centering here definitely playing a part. You can see that very tiny border compared to that very large border. I thought this might qualify for get an OC qualifier, but does not look like it, as it was just graded a straight near mint to mint 8. He sent off a Indigo Plateau Challenge Battle promo from July, as from 2010 July. Just reading off the PSA label. As I don't know much about these Legend promos. Scored a Gem Mint 10. Not exactly sure what this card is worth, but a beautiful card. You can see Celebi in the background there. If it'll focus, there's Celebi in the background. Very nice.